I think a perfect ending to her message to all of us today would be the Calvary Christian High School Band playing God Bless America. I'd like at this time to call forward another chapter member, Glenn Sheathelm, who's also a member of the VFW Color Guard. Glenn, would you come forward, please?
In the 1960s, early 1960s, we had a president by the name of John F. Kennedy. He was a great speechwriter. I'm not going to quote any of his speeches right now. Most of you know them, but there were things about promises that we were going to keep. Ask not what you can do for your country. Ask not what your country can do for you, but for what you can do for your country. The people that served in the Vietnam War generally went to serve their country, but in the end, most of them died for their friends. Those that are behind us here are those that made that first down payment on some of the brave words that President John F. Kennedy had to say. The ones that came back from Vietnam initially were not welcomed into veterans organizations. They were even reluctant to join organizations. VBA Chapter 31 was one place where some people thought they could hang their hats, weren't really sure. So our numbers were never really all that great. Yesterday, I was walking through the Veterans Memorial Park out the Causeway, and I passed a number of the names of the group of which I'm going to read. Those were the ones that were at one time members of this chapter, but have died since. Roger Anderson, Bob Branch, Dwayne Buckner, Richard Cappy, J.D. Hartman, Roger Hilliard, Steve Mason, Tom Paquin, Dave Rosema, Dave Sabatowski, Pat Sweet, Joe Augustine, J.R. Brown, William Burns, Warren Dobson, Gilbert Hendricks, Fred Yonig, Patrick O'Grady, Dayton Parker, and Edward Rumsey, Roger Skinner, and Bob Walker. I'd like you to take a moment and just think about those people that have passed on since, and remember the ones that are even in greater number that didn't join an organization when they came back because they didn't feel welcome at that time. There are many, many of those. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. We now will have a reading of Remembrance from the Lanore family.
It's always an honor for the Lanore family to participate in this remembrance service. Our big brother, Lance Corporal Dennis Lanore, Denny, we always called him, was killed in action in 1966, and we remember him daily. I'm the oldest sister. I'm Judy Lanore Schock, And this is one of the younger ones, Debbie Lanore Null. Upon this Memorial Day, we gather thankfully, for God has given to us the gift of memory, that we might keep alive those we love. In the raising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of the winter, and in the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, in the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of the summer, we remember them. In the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, in the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, and when we are lost and sick at heart, when we have joys and special celebrations we yearn to share, we remember them. When we see our nation's young marching behind our flag to hear the taps played, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are part of us. And when we answer the final roll, we know that our brothers and sisters will fulfill their duty and greet us with words of compassion and friendship, peace and love, saying, "Welcome home."
Let us never forget, it is the veteran, not the preacher, who has given us freedom of religion. It is the veteran, not the reporter, who has given us freedom of the press. It is the veteran, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. It is the veteran, not the campus organizer, who has given us freedom to assemble. It is the veteran, not the lawyer, who has given us the right to a fair trial. It is the veteran, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. It is the veteran who salutes the flag. It is the veteran who serves under the flag. God bless them all, and may God bless America.
Thank you, ladies. Now I'm going to ask all of you that can stand, please stand as the Muskegon County VFW Color Guard and trumpeter playing taps, Alf Fuentes, will do the 21 gun salute. Officer of the day, perform your duties.